Greetings, fellow noobs. Welcome to another NuubCast. This is Blomus. I'm bringing you a 1v1. It's a PvP, I believe, here in the slag pits. The slag pits. Let me tell you, welcome to NuubCast. What a weekend. Oh my goodness. Freaking MLG. Let me introduce these guys real quick. We got NuubCast as the red Protoss, his opponent Varus, returning customer, as the blue Protoss pieces. Top to bottom cross positions here. Gonna turn down the volume just a wee bit so my ears don't blow up. Wow, MLG, holy crap. It is Saturday night after day 2's events that I'm recording this, and everything top to bottom. You know, some games were not as good as the others, but holy crap, did they start off with a bang. I'm going to try not to give too many spoilers, but Idra MC, holy crap games, and so many good games that I heard about that weren't cast, that I haven't seen. All the replays are already available. And some guys, some casters are already casting some of the games. Like, I saw one caster already has Tyler versus Select up on SC2cast.com. So feel free to be looking around. You know, a couple months ago, I would already be casting like multitude of sets of these games. Back when I was crazy and trying to make this channel blow up off the face of the planet. I'd be casting games like that and going crazy, but I'm still going to try and cast some of the games. Some of the games I would have liked to have seen that didn't get cast. And I'm not even going to care if one of the other super famous guys casts them, if Husky grabs it or whatever. I don't care. And so, but you guys can decide whether you or not you'd like to watch them. But all I can say is, if you... This is a huge waste of probes right here, Mr. NuubCast. If you are not watching, hey, production tab. If you're not watching MLG, or if you didn't watch MLG, or, man, I'll just say you missed out, man. This has been one of the best StarCraft events of all time. Just from a casting standpoint, Tasteless and Artosis there. Doing an amazing job. Day9 and Wheat casting up a storm. Even JP filling in, the stuntman caster filling in for anybody who needs to take a break. Day9 kind of lost his voice tonight, so he jumped in with DJ Wheat and cast a bunch of good games. And some of those performances, man, you're going to be surprised when you hear about who won and who got knocked out, and who went 0 for 5 in their group, and who went 5 and 0 in their groups. Right now, we're just a comment on the games. We're seeing pretty much straight up PvP, 3 gates, and only 2 gates so far for NuubCast. He looks like he's behind. Varus going to come in here and see everything there is to see, so no worries. But we got 3 zealots, which is also odd. Here is the 3rd gate for NuubCast. 3 gates already done for Varus, and there is the Robo. So the tech is now set for Varus. He's going 3-gate Robo. See what he's going to bring out of that. He's going to go for a strong Immortal push, or he's going to look for some Colossus. Both guys, Varus has his Warp Tech almost finished now. NuubCast has a ways to go yet. And you can see NuubCast now has a Stalker out. Getting some Stalkers out, whereas Varus looking at Zealots and Sentries. Maybe we're going to see not something you normally see with a Robo like that. You don't usually see 3-gate Robo and then an early expand with this many Sentries. Usually if you get a Robo, you want to get that Observer out, which is exactly what Varus is doing. But then you're not looking to expand right away, which is what you might do if you want to, get in these sentries for defense, if you're looking to hold off an early attack. And now we see the Nexus going down for Nickfus. 3-gate expand for him. But also strange unit composition for such an early expand for Nickfus. A lot of stalkers, not a lot of sentries. So when Varus pushes, if he does push, I don't know. It actually might work out for Nickfus, even though this is probably not the optimal. Not the optimal unit composition, but it's a power composition for an expand, while Varus having more sentries and zealots, and the Robo, a second observer. Interesting. He must be concerned about DTs, which is interesting because he did scout and saw everything that there is to see earlier. There was no Twilight Council, so unless it's hidden. Got the transfer going on. Nickfus getting a hefty economic advantage here, and that's a large number of probes to switch over. Probably just a couple too many. I mean, that's almost, it was just about half. Probably could have left 3 more at home, but that's a very small nitpicky thing. Observer coming out for Nickfus, finally getting that Robo, and as soon as it comes out, we're gonna get this observer sniped. Oh, there it is, and down it goes. Now we see Varus, having seen Nickfus expand, getting his own expansion out, and I'm so surprised nobody is using there's the Twilight. Whoa, Varus. Robo, then Twilight, no Colossus, no Immortals, so Robo facility just for observers. And wow, that is strange. And Forge going down for Nickfus. This is a strange build. Nickfus throwing down a couple of extra gateways, always a good idea. Once your expansion is up and running, you definitely need some more gates. Forge going down for Varus. Looks like our guys are going to meet. Bold and kind of lucky placement here for Varus. It's a good spot for him to be on, but surprised. Good, okay, force fields. I'm not sure what that one was about, but those were good ones. What was that one? I'm so confused. But it looks like Varus just cleaned that up. It does have a lot of damage on some of these units, but he just totally cleaned that up. Decent use of force fields, and was able to get those guys blocked in, hammer in the anvil style. You know, use those force fields as an anvil, make your army the hammer. But look, Nickfus prepared for this push, and knowing losing that army, he dropped down a bunch of cannons, dropping down 3 more cannons. Not going to finish in time for this army if Varus chooses to push. Now that Robo being made use of by Nickfus, better fix your rally point, bro, because you are sending guys out into the field. Here's the push. 1 cannon goes down, 2 cannons firing away on the sentries. These 2 back cannons are going to finish. Immortals are out. They're going to do lots of damage to those stalkers. Here comes the push. It looks like Nickfus is going to push this back, doing all kinds of damage, losing several sentries. There you go. That's the escape route. Drop the force fields and run, Varus. You do not want to hang out. Back off, bro. You're going to lose another sentry. There, down it goes. That's, you know, those are the units you want to protect in PvP. Sentries are really the backbone of your army, and they are fragile. So you want to be very protective of your sentries. You can't leave them out there to get brutalized like that just happened. More gateways down for Varus. Good call. More. He needs more. There's only 5 here. He's not really pumping anything out of his Robo except observers, so he could have 2, even 2 more gateways coming up. This is not a good situation for Varus. Nickfus coming in. 2 units ahead. Bad idea. Gonna lose that sentry. Multiple Immortals in this set, and one of them's going to be taken down because he's trying to kite against those Zealots. Does a good job of it, but there's a lot of Stalkers here. I'm thinking Nixus does not need to pull off, although Varus is +1 on the attack, so he does have that advantage. But what we're looking at here is Varus has the numbers, but Nixus has the power. Can he take out those sentries, those Stalkers with the Immortal? A third Immortal coming onto the scene, but not even going to get off a single shot before it dies. Now we are both armies getting whittled down. It's so hard to call right now, but Varus is going to have the advantage because he can call in reinforcements. Immortal goes down, and that, I think, is probably going to seal it for Varus, who now has Blink finished, and he is going to take out and clean up these units. 3 more Stalkers coming in for Nixus, and they're going to have to instantly turn around, back it up. Varus blinking in to finish these guys off, and he does it. And that is going to be the end of that battle. Pretty much an army trade. Varus took a lot of shots, but look at all the money that Varus has banked right now. Not a ton of gas, but he could pump out several rounds of Zealots for tanking and a couple rounds of Stalkers. Has he got all his gas going? He is going fully gas, getting that level 2 attack. Does that mean that he does have his armor and his first level attack finished? What's going on over here with Mr. Nixus? No upgrades. This is problematic. PvP, probably most important matchup to be sure that you are getting on top of your upgrades. You can kind of get away with it against the other races if you're going Colossus or other kind of heavy tech. You can get away with not getting your upgrades, but PvP, you've got to focus on those upgrades. Another gateway coming down, 2 more gateways for Varus. Good idea. I'm liking it. Finally, Colossus coming out of those Robos. Extended Thermal Lance, nearly complete. Both guys now. Colossus in the mix. Nixus, though, slight power advantage with those Immortals. They do very well against Colossus, obviously, because they are massive. This double Robo, holy shnikes. We got Immortal coming out of one and Colossus coming out of the other. That is quite a mix. That's going to be very, very damaging against this setup here. But remember, we have 1-1 against 0 upgrades here for Nixus. So and level 2 attack is nearly finished for Varus, so that is going to give him a huge advantage in the battle over those other Stalkers, and it's going to protect him from the blasts of the Immortals as well. But even that being said, I do not think that Varus is going to be able to stand up against this army if this is in fact how it goes down. Nixus trying to put a ninja expansion up over here in the left hand 9 o'clock position, and Varus also trying to grab the gold here between at the 10 o'clock. See if either guy is going to check out the gonna scout the map and try and look for any of these other expansions. Varus being very brave, getting a 4th. He had the money. It's not a bad idea if you're floating a ton of minerals and you don't have enough production to immediately pull out a butt ton of units. Drop a Nexus, man. Do a Ninja Nexus. Try and get an expansion. Get your economy up and running. Oh man, Nixus caught way out of position. Going to lose all kinds of units here. Blinking in Varus. What are you thinking? Never ever ever blink into an attack like that. Your Colossus are in the back. They cannot help you. This is terrible. But even in spite of that terrible, terrible idea, again, because of the 2-1 upgrades, Varus, and because of the element of surprise and the splitting of the army, Varus doing a very good job taking out almost Nixus' entire army. Just 3 Stalkers able to get away from that. I have no idea. I mean, see, it just goes to prove the point that I was just trying to make. upgrades are of utter importance. If the upgrades were even in that exchange, forget about it. Nickfist completely dominates. It's not even close. But because Varus went ahead and used that money that he was getting for those upgrades, man, just such a vital component of this matchup PvP. You've got to get your upgrades. But look at this, Varus 4 bases now, macroing like a boss, totally on top. Very good, Varus. I got to take my hat off to you in this match. Not the best decision making as far as entering into the battle, but I really love what you're doing with your macro. This, look at this. Very, very important. I was actually looking for sentries in that last engagement, and if he had sentries, it would have been even more lopsided. Not for force fields, and maybe drop a couple force fields with these, but I'm looking for Guardian Shield at this point, particularly with the +2 now upgrade. Oh crap, going for the +3, and look at this. Nickfist only now, just now, getting his first rounds of upgrades. Already has the +1 weapons, now looking to get the +1 armor mined out in the main, as is Varus, getting another Robo, getting more Colossus, more upgrades, more gateways. At this point, with this many, with 4 bases and rocking totally on saturation at your gold here, you should be looking to get even more production facilities. You want tons. You should have pylons everywhere, all around the space, anywhere that you could possibly be. You want pylons here, 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 all the way. I don't know who Deja Vu is, but yes, you did. I guess I didn't go on busy. Let's do that now. But, you know, at this point, look and see what you're going to do there is you're going to keep your minerals from floating up here. Look at this, 1,500, 1,200. Obviously, at this point, it's probably time to attack. You're getting close to that 200, 200. But drop gateways, drop pylons all over the map. That way, there's nothing that can take you by surprise. There's no position in which you're not going to be able to get yourself reinforcements. You're going to be completely in boss mode, and this is terrible, terrible, terrible position by Nickfist. Just straight awful, dude. You never want to have your army like that. 2 force fields, 1 force field in this case, and your army is completely cut off. You can't help you can't help your own army because you're going to be split in half and dead. Here's the huge attack on the expansion, and this is looks like we're going to have a big. Now here's a situation where you might consider, well, you didn't have to blink in, but it doesn't matter. This is going to be utter ownage, pure ponage right here. And now these forces are actually getting in the way. I like the use of the Guardian Shield. Perfect, saving all those stalkers. Look at that. He went in. What did he do? He lost like maybe 5 or 10 food in that engagement. Almost nothing. So good job, Varus. This was a pretty nice PvP, and just good for pointing out some of the things that you can do when you get. And man, just wait a freaking macro, Varus. I think this is gold level, so kudos. You know, you've got. I'll check the unit count real quick. Friggin' 76 probes. Holy crap! Probably. I want to say a little bit overboard, but I'm not even going to say that because at this point, that's what you want to do. If anything, you want to be a little bit overboard. I don't really know. Maybe I'm talking out of my ass right here, particularly since you're not using some, but 60 is a really good number. If you get 20, so maybe 70. 60, between 60 and 70 probes, because if you get 20, 22 at each base, you're going to be really rocking and rolling, bringing in the money. And anywho's, that's that. Good game. Way to go, Varus. Solid win. And thanks for watching, guys. Holy crap, MLG, I'm psyched. That's what I had to cast tonight. Just had to. All right, guys, keep climbing that ladder.